Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Hey there, it's Care. Welcome to my take at the lake. I'm so excited to bring you my take on Pam at the Paper Outpost Crazy Junk Journal Challenge. She posed, I believe, just last week. I've never been on top of things this much, so it's a day for celebration. Yay! Yay! Can't wait to show you what I ended up with, what I ended up doing, but I wanted to show you that I have all this cool stuff left over to play with. At the end, I have a couple quick tips to share with you as well, including what to do with these buggers, because they're like gold, and I'll tell you why, because these are little magic, little packs of magics. We'll talk about that at the end. These are all my extras. We'll talk about these, because those are magic too. Look at all the goodies I have left to play with. Look at all that stuff. But we're here. Oh, I'm going to tell you about this little mess too. We're here for my take on the challenge. And I wanted to make sure to use as much of the packaging as I possibly could. So my little goodie is in here. This is its storage container. How fun is that? I'll always know where this project is. I'll always know. So inside here, this was my sweet tea. Yum, yum. I had a little 4-piece McNugget. And it came in this very fun little box that I have altered slightly. It was pretty homely. It just said 4 McNuggets, it was ugly. So I modified the top a little bit, aged it up because I wanted it to feel like a relic found, like a found relic, like, ooh, what's in here? A little treasure box. Had some fun with my glossy accents, which I'm pretty new to. I haven't really had a chance to play with it very often. In the box is my little journal. There's my McNuggets. And my fries. And my fries. You see my fries? There's my fries. My salt. You know, because McDonald's isn't salty enough. Gotta add salt. So there's that. This is created just for you, Pam. Woo woo! Actually, it was for me. I had such a blast doing this yesterday. Yesterday was Halloween. Super cold and rainy here in up north Michigan. It always is on Halloween, so I knew I had my dates right. So it's just a little guy, because I love the little guys. They're just so much fun. Exposed spine. These are just little bulb pins that happen to match the color theme. My back. The cover is made from the French fry box and the bag. This is from one of the wrappers. I asked the lady, the nice lady, because I know that sometimes I also got a cheeseburger, and sometimes they just get sloppy, and I really didn't want ketchup and junk in it, so I asked her, could I just have an extra wrap? And God love her, she came out and she gave me, let me back up. I also asked for ketchup and salt because, again, McDonald's isn't salty enough, and they gave it to me, all my extra ketchup and salt in an extra bag, so I have still a bag to play with. And the girl came out with one of every wrap that they use. I couldn't use them all on this little guy, so I just used what I needed. All the pages in here are from these or this. Super, super nice. I can't believe how generous they were about that. You know, it's wraps. What does McDonald's care? But so in the front cover, oh, I didn't wait long enough for my glue to dry. I did a few little touches this morning. I did a couple little tearaway pads, little tearaway goodies. This is the front. This is the front. And there are some have images. They're hidden throughout. There was also a, tucked in my bag was a sheet of coupons. And so that's where, like this little guy came from, the coupons. So that tuck, that tearaway just tucks right up in there. And I didn't plan this, but I like how it worked out. Salt next to the fries, because you can't have fries without salt. This was probably the best $8 I ever spent. I got a sweet tea, fries, little McNuggets, and a cheeseburger, and I had so much fun for that $8, I'm telling you. I think Pam said it. Yeah, I took one for the team, and I had a horrendously bad for me, but super yummy lunch so I could do this project. So that is a, it fits in the tuck here. I have these little mini playing cards, and the smart ass in me just needed to put a king in there, as in Burger King, you know, just for fun. In a McDonald's book, why not? Covered up the back with the napkin, used the little coupon logos, and he just sits right in there. I have to re-glue that because I jacked it all up. It has 3 signatures. Each signature cover is the bag doubled up, so it's a little bit heavier. 2 all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. Yeah, how long ago was that? I'd say it's stuck. Wraps, and throughout there's just and what fun that paper is. So much fun. I had a whole bunch of stamps that I thought I was going to use, and one little punch that I thought would be fun to use in here, but with the images from the coupon page and all of the writing from the wraps, it was getting a little busy for my taste, so this is the only stamp I ended up using. Was this goofy little guy. I did use McDonald MCD somewhere, and my initials somewhere from this little kit too. But I did not do any punching, and I didn't do any other stamps. I got this one out because, like, thank you for coming, but I don't think they say that anymore. Thank you for coming to McDonald's. How can we help you? I don't think they say thank you anymore, so I didn't include that. I learned a lot I didn't realize how many different wraps they have and how their wraps work, and I learned a lot, which is always a good thing. Second signature. This is the bottom of the bag, which was fun. And there, see, some grease. I had to use something greasy because I wanted it to be real. It is real. My receipt number. This is just a folded piece. One of the corners of the wraps had that, my color blocks on there, my printer color matcher things that I'm big into these days. So I had to include that, don't you know? More images. Let's see. More grease. Yay, French fries. Yay, French fries. I was kind of bummed at first because it was so big. It wasn't going to fit on my page. But when I did that, I just thought, oh, it's perfect. I love it. So sometimes, you know, you just got to be open to what's going to happen. In the middle of the middle signature, I have these little guys. Again, these are logos from the coupons. And this is part of a wrap. One of the blue and white wraps, here it is, has all the different cooking, the scale and this flipper and the logo, and some cheese and some lettuce and all different kinds. And it also has these little salt and pepper shakers. They're so cute. So I just cut 2 out and glued them back to back on my string. And I only put glossy accents on one side. But that's what I did for both of these little charms. And the other 2 signatures, I just, because it was awfully busy, I just cut them very short so that they didn't stick out. What else is in here? Another little tuck. And on the back here, again, because I'm big into QR codes, either upcoming video or recent video. I'm not sure where they're coming out. I don't remember how I scheduled them, but I just did a video on QR codes. So, of course, I had to include that. I had to. And that just tucks in there with the coffee, frappuccino, or whatever. I started with a Big Mac and ended with a Big Mac, because a lot of times they'll do 2 for 1. And I just thought the bookend was kind of cool, the bookend effect of the 2 all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onion, and a sesame seed bun. I'm so proud of myself for remembering that. So on the back of my little French fries, I did another French fry because the back of this, look how it looks like burnt fries. So I put this other one there to kind of mask that a little bit. And on this side, I had the same problem. So I took a smaller cutout of French fries and just stuck it there because this looked like all burnt French fries because of the back of this one looked like that. Now I just have white space. I don't care too much about this one, but because of that, this had to look cool. I mirror imaged front and back. So here's another one of the tearaways that tucks in here with a little hidden gem, and just little pieces that I had left over. Put in the little tearaway in its own little pocket, and another king altered playing card with Ronald throwing the trash in a trash bin. Not on the ground, not on the street. Hello. Sad we have to remind people of that, but we do. So that tucks in there. This one tucks in there. That is the back. Yay. This was so much fun. I can hang this too. I have a thing about hanging up my journals lately. I don't know why, but if I want to, I can. The last couple journals I've made hanging options. I don't know why, but options are good. So Pam, thank you very, very much for putting this challenge out there. I had an absolute blast yesterday finishing this up. It'll be one of my treasures, and like I said, I'll never ever not know where this one lives because I had to cut that down so that it looked natural. It's down there so it sits naturally. But that is my crazy junk journal challenge. As promised, what are these little packs of magic? Other than raising your blood pressure, what do these do? When I was watercoloring and teaching watercolor, I've watercolored more than 30 years I've been a watercolor painter. And one of the best, most magical parts of watercolor is its reaction when you mist it with when you mist wet paint with just the right spritz. It makes these fabulous little burst effects. Or when you put salt on moist paint, if it's the right color, because all those colors are just chemicals. They all have different reactions to these chemicals. And you sprinkle salt into wet watercolor. It just makes magic. And when I taught watercolor, I, of course, taught techniques. One of the most popular one is the salt technique. Well, I tried a variety of salts. I was always looking for different effects. And so I've done kosher salt and canning salt and flake salt and iodized salt and non-iodized salt and sea salt and pink salt, table salt, coarse salt. I even tried sidewalk salt, like very thorough salt test. And the very, very best salt effects were always McDonald's salt. I don't know what they do to it. I don't know if it's how it's cut or the amount of iodized that they do. I don't know. But I told all of my family who eat at McDonald's, whenever you go to McDonald's, ask for extra salt. These are the ones, they gave me 5. I used 2 in my project. I had 3 left over, but I collect them like crazy. And then I empty them. I have an old spice jar with this sprinkle top that I pour them all in. And so I usually sprinkle it in my hand, and then so I have more control of where it goes. But that's why these are so magical. And I know that a lot of junk journalers will every now and again pull out a little watercolor kit. I have my huge watercolor kit in my little closet. I showed on my tour the other day. But I keep this one right here in my, it's right here in my desk drawer. It's just a mini kit. And this is these are my artist quality paints. Because I do not believe in the toys at all. The dollar Pang brand crap you can get in the school supply store. To me, those are toys. And I just don't recommend people using them. If you want to get any sort of bright color with it. If you're doing vintagey, grungy stuff, they're perfect. They're full of filler and they gray out and they have no vibrancy, and it's perfect for vintage, grungy stuff. But anyway, so I just keep this little palette right handy with a couple watercolor brushes right near. So if I want to throw a watercolor or a background or whatever, I can do that really fast. And I keep these right here with my watercolor. These, again, they gave me a truckload. When I asked for a couple extra napkins, they gave me boatloads of them. There's no writing on them. They do have a recycled stamp embossing, I guess is a better way to say it. And they also have the logo embossed. But these make fantastic. Oh, you can just stamp your little heart away on these. I love to do this when I'm too tired or don't have a lot of time. I just pull out my craft color napkins and start stamping. And then I put these in my collage. I'm gonna have to cut that. Some of these cheap stamps, the image isn't quite cut in deep enough, and you end up getting the background of the stamp too. So what I did is I took my box cutter with a brand new blade, and I just cut as much of it out as I could. Obviously, I didn't cut out enough. I'm gonna have to cut out some more. I suppose I could maybe not press as much. There's an idea. That would save me some time if I just did it right. So much fun with these. So you can just cut out that little flower if you want, or just cut out the little thank you if you want. I love these stamps on these napkins. Great for backgrounds. It's so easy. They're just, you know, it's just mindless play. And then you end up with a whole bunch of fun things to collage with. Might as well go at it two-handed. Why not? Just, I could do this all day long. So don't throw away your napkins is the point of that whole long bird walk. And lastly, I had said that I'd gotten these 2 for $1 chopping mats at Dollar Tree in order to protect my work surface. This is a nice self-healing Fiskars cutting mat. Well loved, obviously. I got alcohol inks all over it. This is marks for when I do Zoom in here. I have to put my computer here, so they're just there forever, I think. But I got these to protect this. And when I did this little guy, I had this off to the side, and if I needed to glue something or ink something, I just did it on my chopping mat. Look at all that junk. All but the purple was from yesterday. Look how much crap I saved from getting on my mat. I don't have to worry about cleaning this. I don't have to worry about ruining this. It was 50 cents, right? I can get 10 more if I need. But I'm so glad I did it because all this, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's 3-dimensional, which makes cutting very difficult. Cutting a straight line, if you need to, very difficult. So I'm glad that I have these and that they worked out. And the other thing, the other day I showed you that I had gotten these very pretty 2 placemats. I did simply duct tape them together and took this out to the kitchen. When I got bored of sitting in my studio, I moved my dog and pony show out to the kitchen, and I took this with me, and it saved my kitchen table. So all these little tricks that I thought were going to work are working out pretty well. Thank you so much for joining me today in my little fun little tour. Again, thank you, Pam, for the challenge. This is the first challenge I've ever done, by the way. I've seen a lot of them, and I thought, oh, that'd be fun. I should try that. Oh, and then it's a year later, and I didn't. So this one, for whatever reason, I think it was the junk food lunch. I think that's what, like, oh, I could do that. Let's go now. I'll get lunch now. I don't know. It was so much fun. I hope that other people are doing it. So, and I tagged Pam on Instagram. I'm hoping other people will do it, and I'm sure there's posts on the Facebook page, but oh, I just hate to go to Facebook. But I will to see these. Maybe I'll post a couple pictures just because I'm nosy. I want to see what other people did. Again, thank you very much for sticking here with me, and we're almost at 100 subscribers. They say the first 100 is the hardest. I'm gonna have a giveaway, and I will do a quick video on that in the next couple days. So yay for us. Yay, I'm so excited. We'll see you here again soon. You have a lovely crafty day. My Tick at the Lake out for now.